So hello, we're in the middle of cooking a chipotle, chocolate and porter chili, and this is the porter that we're using today. This is by the Meantime Brewing Company. It's brewed for Marks and Spencer's for Christmas time, and this is the Greenwich Hospital Porter. It smells actually absolutely wonderful, and it had a cork in the top of it, and it's obviously bottle conditioned. Had a champagne cork and a little cage on top as well. Watch back in the Cooking with Bear video to see that one. It's only been open for a little while. It's nice and chilled, so it's warmed up a little bit since we opened it. Let's pour it out into a glass and have a look and see what we get. Now, we've tried the porter before from Meantime, their chocolate porter, and I loved it. It was a lovely, 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 lovely beverage. So today we're going to be going for another one, a special Christmas one that's been aged in Islay whiskey barrels. They kind of impart an oaky and peaty flavour, it says. So this one should be a real corker if we give it a try. A lovely, lovely head on it. It's tan coloured, it's dark and thick, and actually it's a little bit, tiny bit of light coming through around the edges. So it's not as dark as you might have imagined actually, and it does look a little bit ruby red when you're kind of holding it up and you're looking at it. But all the same, very pleasant, very pleasant. I can smell the aroma coming off it from here. I mean, it's really wafted over to me. 6%, so I thought maybe because of the alcohol content it might have been a little bit more chunky, but mixing the chili behind me, just heard it bubbling a bit. And so it's still an ongoing process. Alright, so let's without further ado pop our nose in and give it a smell. Oh, yummy, 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 yummy. It's got a fantastic hop profile actually. Really lovely floral note going on it. It's the peat, I think. It's probably the peaty flavour smell. It's a lovely smoky flavour. Kind of barbecuey one, like when we reviewed the Nornget Suntan brew. That kind of smoky flavour coming through again. And a wonderful malty body. Obviously brewed with very dark malts, but you can smell the chocolate. It's like a really lovely roasted chocolate smell. Think something like roasting marshmallows and outside a fire and then putting drizzling chocolate over the top of it. It's that. It's lovely, sticky, sweet, thick smell, but also kind of a bit of florally note going with it. I mean, it smells absolutely delightful, and I really like smoked beers. Every smoked beer I ever seem to try is just an extra little dimension of flavour that seems to not be missing per se in beers, but isn't present in beers. And when you add it in, this kind of savoury smokiness really knocks me for six. So, really want to get into this. Let's give it a shot. Cheers. Oh, so unbelievably gorgeous and gorgeously rich and chocolatey. I hazard to say I've chosen probably the perfect beer to be going into a chili with chocolate in it, because that's gonna, oh, it's so wonderful. Really nice and thick mouthfeel. Makes you think you're taking a big bite into a chocolate bar. Really pleasant carbonation as well. And what's quite subtle in it, but very pleasant, is that peaty smokiness, which seems to come through a bit afterwards. And you get that slightly charred flavour, that slightly smoky, woody flavour right at the end of it. And kind of the whiskey flavour, you know, the peaty whiskey flavour. And it's delightful. It's really delightful. I think that peaty flavour and porters just marriages so perfectly. And this is a really fine example of one of that. It's a lot more subtle, the peaty smoky flavour, than in other beers I've had, and then in the Nornget Suntan brew. And I like it when it's really got a kick, it's really got something punchy to it. So in that respect, not as perfect as that, but it's still a really luscious and deep and enjoyable and really nice. And for a 6% beer, something that you could easily drink and have a good swig and keep going on and not feel heavy and feel the alcohol hit anywhere near as much. It's really nice. I'm very much enjoying this. Meantime Brewing Company have done it again. I made a fantastic beer, and I might as well plug Marks and Spencer's whilst I'm here as well. I mean, genuinely, go into a Marks and Spencer's store, go to their little real ale section, and I'll have their whole own brand beers there. They're all made by fantastic companies. The Belgian ones are made by De Hue, the guys who did Delirium anyway. They're the multi-award winning beer. and you know, the one with the pink elephants on, and so are all their lambic style. They've got a lambic style one, a Kriek style one that's done by DeHue, and also a wit beer, Belgian wit beer that's done by them as well, and all their kind of standard British style ales are all done by well known and well respected British companies, and obviously the porters are done by Meantime, who I've reviewed before and been very full of praise for, and once again full of praise for this. This is a belting. I'm going to give it an 8.5. An 8.5 because I'd give the Nonya, if I did ratings at the time, a 9 because it could have been slightly more perfect. I think, there was something. I think there's other beers that deserve 10s. 10's going to be a really rare rating for me, so a 9 for Nonya. I'm talking about it in a different review, of course, and this one's an 8.5. Not far off behind. Not far off behind at all. Absolutely fantastic. Really enjoying it. If you can get your hands on a bottle of this, then go for it. I'm not sure if they're going to make it a... it sounds strange talking about when it's Marks and Spencer's, but one of their core range beers or not. I think I might have seen it in York one time. So maybe they're rolling it out. But lovely, lovely, lovely beer. And we'll see how it turns out in the chili when the chili all cooks through. So once again, guys, like, favourite and subscribe. Thank you for watching another beer review. Check out the Cooking with Bear series. We're cooking with this wonderful fellow today. And have a nice day.